Let's get start a demo first of .NET AI template, which is available from the Microsoft. So here I just run this scaffolding AI template applications, and I can just start search or chat with our local LLM like what is .NET. So okay, so now once you ask that question, so it is just getting that information about that whatever LLM you are using locally, right? So that is one. Second, also if you click that new chatbot, now see there's many other PDF files over there, right? That means this .NET AI template give that flexibility with the chatting with your own data. So you can chat with your own data. Like for example, I have upload one PDF file of that my journey. Okay, so let me ask like, okay, give me a short journey of Karthik Kumar. So it will just read this data, right? And also it will just store that in our local DB, and then it will give that answer quickly. Now see, it's just giving that answer whatever actually in this. I just upload the document, so this a read and store in a chunk file, and then it's just giving the answer, right? So see, also it's mentioned, okay, my name is Karthik Kumar, and this is right. Actually this is my PDF file and all which I just uploaded. Okay, this another flexibility. There's another flexibility also they provide, the extending the chatbot behavior. Like suppose I want to add some tools and all, right? So whatever tools I want to use, so what to get that latest data and all, right? So that can also provide. Like I just create normal tools over here, like get that better information. So like for example, what is weather about London, right? So this is just I just created one of the tools. Don't worry, I'll show you everything. So once you ask these questions over here, and then you will get that, okay, London currently weather is mostly drizzling, right? If I just if I'm not using London, so it will give that another currently better, but I just now create a one function which is mostly actually forcefully added this condition. Okay, if it is London, then always it is giving this one, right? So let me just ask another again one more time this question, so that you can just uh, you know get more understanding, okay, how it's actually working. So now see, again it's give that drizzling, but once I ask this something else, like instead of London, suppose India, right? So India, okay, and then once I get the India, it should be written something else, like see, it's cloudy, right? So there is a more and more flexibility over here, so that we will learn in this session, right? And I'll show you how we can create this template, and how we can use it and end to end. And also I just creating those chatting with the own data, or extending that chatbot behavior and all, something like that. So we have to do everything over here. Okay, so let's move it to implementation. So before implementation, I'm especially recommend, if you first time visit my channel, so go to my channel, which is .NET Real World Example, and I'm especially recommend one of the session. This is right, because this template actually have some error, right? So that also actually you have to understand, or you have to know like how we can fix it, those error, because this is a preview. This template actually as of now as a previous state. So there's a some error. So how we can fix it? So you can just fix it. Even if you want to learn more integration of AI, how we can integrate in .NET, so you can just check this session as well, like which is I just creating from the scratch, how we can integrate AI in our .NET applications like Blazor and other .NET applications. Okay, so you can use it. Okay, so let moving to implementation. So let me open Visual Studio, because this template actually available, or I think it is available actually one of that things you have to install, like one of the template actually you have to install. So first just you have to install that Visual Studio 2022 or VS Code, both are fine, but I'll using Visual Studio 2022, and the .NET preview also should have over there. Okay, preview version also should over there. So what I will do, simply create that new project, and you have to search over here, uh, it is AI chat. Okay, so once you AI chat, now see it is available, but definitely once you are doing first time, it will not available for your side. So what you need to do in this case, so just open a command prompt over here. So I'm just open the command prompt, and here you just simply use this. Okay, let me use yeah, so you have to use this command like .NET new install, and this is actually that Microsoft extension ai.template. Okay, so this template you have to install first to get this template, scaffolding template. So now it is already installed, so that's why it is saying okay it is already installed, and also it's just replace whatever the latest version. Okay, and also it is just giving this is the template, right? So AI chat web app. So once you're done, so now you can just create a new project using that command prompt, or BS code or anything else. Okay, so let me close it, and once you get, you can just search it over here, and you can choose this AI chatbot app. Okay, and next, and then using as a name like for example chatbot app with Ollama, because there is a many provider actually, so don't worry, I'll about that I'll tell you. Next, so once you click the next, you will see, now see this is actually provider. Okay, so this is that framework, that is fine, I'm using .NET, and this is a vector storage, that is also fine, but here the something little new things. Okay, so here's the provider, like which provider you want to use. So they are giving as a 4 provider right now. You can use Azure OpenAI. Also there is another option is Git models, right? So using that Git model also you can integrate this template. Even Ollama locally deployment, right? Also OpenAI platform, right? But as of now I'll use this one, but yeah, later on I'll show you how can just use other one also. Okay, but yeah, let me select this Ollama, right, and just create this application. So once you create this application, now see you are able to see that readme file over here directly. And if you see that application structure, this is a Blazor application, and this have a service which have the components, whatever our components, and yeah, so this is a program.file, and this is a readme.file. So readme.file actually giving that instruction how you can start this one, because I'm just using local Ollama, right? So those are instruction also is available, like first you have to install local Ollama, right? So that is one thing. Second things also you have to install this LLM in your machines, like one is that Llama 3.2 and all mini LM, right? This two model. So what you need to do, if you don't know those are things how we can set up or things, so I already actually create another session, so which you can just check out this one, like how using the Docker and GPU, how can install in your Ollama. If you don't have a GPU one, so simply you can just install, go to that this official version like Ollama, right? This Ollama, www.ollama, and you can install that window version or uh, Mac version, install it, and then you can simply, okay, let me show you. I think that would be fine for you if you first time visit, or first time actually is trying to do something with this AI integration, so that would be helpful for you. Okay, so let me open this. Okay, now see you can just download over here. Once you download and install, then go to that model section, and you have to choose that model like which they are asking. Okay, like they are asking for me Llama 3.2, right? So just search over here in this here Llama 2. So let me search here, and see you're getting this Llama 3.2, and go to here and then simply fire this command on there, right? So once you're done, so it should be installed. So as of now I just install in my Docker, so let me open my Docker, and here this is my container. And once you install and everything over here, so I can see, open it over here. So once you open, now see my Ollama is running over here, right? So that means my Ollama running. And also if you see whatever that models I have installed, so that also I can show you. Go to this particular section, go to that execute, and here I can check it. Okay, uh, Ollama list, right? And once you Ollama list, now see I have couple of models, but basically we required this two. Okay, so that too I will use it. So first you have to just install and you can download over here. Once you're done, now we are good to go to run this application, right? And also now see couple of things over here. Okay, so let me run it because my Docker is running and my Ollama is also working. So what I will do, I simply run this application and see in actions. Definitely I will get an error. Okay, now see my application got running, but I am getting that error. So that error actually I just covered in my last session, so you have to go to my channel and you can see that how we can fix this error. But yeah, I'll show you quickly how can fix it also over here. So simply I can close this application and go to this app.razor page, and here the section I have to just remove this section only for head layout. Okay, outlet. So once you're done, now let me run this application. Okay, now see it looks good, there is no error. And also by default they're providing this chat with their all data on data. So these are two provider over here, so that I can ask it first. Let me ask like with the local Ollama, right? So what is the question, like suppose what is .NET AI template? Let me ask like this question, like in our local Ollama, like LLM, that information it have or not. So I don't think so, but yeah, let me check it. Okay, now see because this is a new information, right? So that's why this model does not contain this information, so that is fine. But yeah, if I ask like for example what is .NET, so that should be written it, right? So yeah, let me ask this question. Okay, now see this information they have. Okay, so once you ask this information, that is fine, but let me ask let me talk about this in your own data, like which is have this two PDF. So let me open this PDF inside which side. Okay, so this is information about this emergency cervical kit. Now see there is a couple of information about the cervical kit. So if let me ask like okay what is that this guy, so definitely it will give some answer for me. Okay, so let me ask this question and see. Okay, now see they are reading those data, right? And there's own data and they are just explaining me like what is that and all, right? And also they are providing that where actually they getting that information. So they getting information using this example emergency cervical kit, right? So once we click that new, now see there is another information about this example that's trail master GPS watch, right? So also let me ask this question, go back, what is about this guy, right? So let me ask this guy so that I think I can get that answer. Okay, and don't worry about, I will add one more our own data and how they are working, that also I'll just explaining. Okay, so now see I'm getting that information from this. Okay, that is fine. Now see, now what I will do, I will just add one more our data, right? So for that, so let me stop this application. Okay, and yeah, before add actually just I'm going through that some overview over here, like how actually working this. So basically this is a Blazor application, right? And yeah, there's a service section over here, and if I go to first program.cs file, now see first they are just creating an iChat client that is actually using in our local Ollama. They are hosting URL along with that model, and they are using embedding generator, right? So this is actually another one which is using that same local hosted URL along with our model. They will using that embedded data, whatever the data actually using as chunk data. And then they are using couple of services over here like semantic service or data ingredient service, right? So those are actually retrieving that PDF file. So if you go to this service, so see data ingester, right? So this service actually basically see whatever data actually we are getting from that PDF and all, right? So they are just storing in our that local DB, so which is using over here that ingestion cache, right? So they're storing data over here, then actually they're trying to find the data and all, right? So this is the way actually they're using. Even there is a semantic search also over there, and yeah, there's a semantic search, and yeah, this is pretty much good over here. Yeah, one more thing actually here, that PDF search, right? So somewhere, okay, so yeah, so see, if you go to over here and data, now see, whatever data actually your own data they are storing in this www data root folder. So here actually they've just retrieving the data, and then they are finding the data and use it, right? So for example, if I want to add one more data over here, so that you can understand very well actually how actually working this AI template or this application. So what I will do, I have one data over here. Let me go to here. Okay, so let me copy this, my journey. So copy here as a PDF file and paste it over here. So once you paste it, now just copy this PDF file name, okay, and go to here pages, and in this pages there's a chat section, okay, and this is actually main component to render in here. So here see, previously also they mentioned this too. So what I need to do, simply if you want to use, can keep it, or if you want to remove, you can just remove it. And I just add additionally over here like chat, and what is the name actually, chat city, like this way, right? And just replace your file name, that's it, right? Now it this application have this information of your data, and if you run this application and if you ask this question about this PDF or your data, so it will just render and it will just store in a cache, and then it will fetch the data. Okay, so now for example, now see, I'm getting this information, and if I just ask, okay, tell me 10 struggle point of Karthik Kumar, right? Simply I can ask, because there's a journey of this Karthik Kumar, right? So this is actually my journey. So yeah, just add it over here and just ask this question. Now see, 10 point of is this here. So they are just giving some overview on challenges over here, whatever the challenges I am just facing, and also it is saying, okay, it is getting from there here, right? So like that actually you can just inbuild, or you can just talk with your own data over here. Now one more actually one more actually feature have this here, which is actually called that extending the chatbot behavior, right? So what is that actually? So stop that. Now see, if we go to the chat.razor application over here, okay, so let me explain little more over here how actually working. So if you're not aware how AI integration, so that's why I just create one session. You can go to my channel, you can get it. But yeah, simply you can just use that whatever the system prompt, and just add on a message. And this is actually another thing, that is extending the chatbot behavior. Okay, so something like that. Okay, you also can use a couple of tools which have that latest information, and those information also you can get it, the chatbot, right? So that I will do in little bit later, but yeah, keep it in mind. So yeah, simply I can use it, and also I can just use the tools. So this is the one existing tools. If you go to this tools, now see, this is simple tools, which is just searches the information using the you know keyboard and all, right? So you can just pass the some information like, okay, search phrase, right? So whatever search phrase you just pass it, so it will get that information and all, and it will return back to you. Okay, so like that, simply I just create another one. But yeah, that is one. And then we have to use add user message, right? So which will use over here, like once you send that add user, so this will be send, it is called, and also first like clear that response and all, and then add this message, and finally this is the chat client, right? So which is we have already using the iChat client, right? And which is I resolve in a program.cs file, and they get passing that message, whatever message, that options, and we are getting that response. So whenever response, I just store it, and then I just update it. Okay, chat suggestion also, whatever chat suggestion it is, that like that. Okay, so this is pretty much simple implementation over here. And what I need to do next actually, I just extending the chatbot behavior, right? So how we can do that? Simply what I will do is, like, similar whatever tools I have, like I will just create another tools, like for example over here. So how I can just create another tool? So for that, for example, I want to just create another tool for, like for example, let me just create this. Okay, and here, so now see, it's automatically now create a copilot giving the suggestion, but I'll just use an weather, like get weather. And also I am just passing the city. So whatever city I will pass, so based on this they will give that information about that city. Okay, like for example, as of now you have the data like that original data, but as of now I'm just using the fake data. But yeah, suppose I'm just passing this London, and this London only returning this data, but right. And otherwise if I is passing any other city, they will just pick anyone as the randomly, right? So this is actually function. And yeah, so simply you can just decorate like this way using the description, right? And in this description also you can just mention whatever the description over here, and retrieve the files, not retrieve the files, retrieve the information, about the current city, right? So like that actually you can just use that. And yeah, that's all. And what you need to do, simply just copy this guy, right, and go to up, and where is the tool section, right? So yeah, the initializing over here, you can just see this tool actually the expecting as an array. So what you can do, simply you just comma and just passed another one, like for example AI factory, right? So use that AI function factory and dot create, and then see automatically populated over here. So like this way you can just use you can just be extending in the chatbot the behavior, like you can use your tools, right? You can just create your tools. Also it will getting the data from over here, it will search the data over here like that. Okay, so let me run this application again and see. Also I will show you how actually just works. So let me debugger point over here. Okay, and this is application got running. And what I will do, I'll ask that question. Okay, so give me okay, so what is the weather of London? Okay, so let me ask that London. Okay, so once you hit this, so it should be reach in my here. Okay, now see, it is reaching over here, and whatever that things I just passing, I just say this. See, they're getting only London, right? So because see, there's a flexibility. So LLM and this AI. So if you pass that city, so they definitely they will call or better. If you call that, if you just add some weather and city and all, so they will understand. Okay, this tool actually they have to call. Okay, and then they will just come over here and they will filter. And also if it is matched to London, so it should be returning drizzle, right? And once you continue, now see, it should be written. Okay, one thing actually, see, that is fine, function is working, but one thing I just missed over here. So what is that? So simply you can just use this inbox extension, so that whatever information you are getting, that should be proper updated quickly, right? So it is just changes states, it is a Blazor concept. So go back and let me ask one more time this question, and simply hit it. Okay, so once you hit, now this time okay, let is debugger pointing reaching over there. So continue, and once you reach it, okay, might be I need to stop this application. Okay, let me stop this application, might be it's not reflecting. So let me run this application one more time, and this time let me ask what is weather in London. Okay, and simply run this application, continue. Yeah, now see, I'm getting this London. Okay, so see, I'm just uh, mistaking the spelling right over here, so that's why it is returning something else. But once I ask like uh, correct spelling, right? So see, this is the correct spelling, but previously I just using something else. So reaching that, okay, it's reaching, let me remove that, continue. And once you continue now, so see, it is returning that drizzly, right? So that means that tools, it is working fine. So like this way actually you can just extended behavior or the your chatbot, right? So many things actually you can do that, this new template. So you can just do and learn more about that AI and all. And yeah, I don't think something else or some interesting over here, but yeah, those are things actually you can just start your AI with this scaffolding template which is providing the .NET. And yeah, one more thing actually, see, then upcoming session actually I'll just creating another session which will run actually that MCP server, right? So how we can how we can integrate MCP server in our .NET application. So that I will do in upcoming session. So till now, thank you, have a nice day, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share.